Good morning. It is Thursday, March 19th,
Give me the bird.
2026. Mal will be here momentarily. Definitely the latest start we've had on a breakfast stream in a bit. We've been busy. Things are happening. Tomorrow is a big event. We're going to play video games. So that's exciting. And then what happens the day after? On Saturday? We're playing video games. And then Sunday? We're going to play video games. It's very exciting. There's still quite a bit of things left to do today in regards to that. Today I'm going to test all of the systems. So in case suddenly we're like, oh wait, the Saturn is dead, we'll know. Yeah. And he says, did Mal's mom make the trip or no? No, that's right. I talked about that yesterday, but if you were here last breakfast stream, Mal's mom was supposed to be arriving on Tuesday, but the weather kept her from getting here. So, and like, I want her to visit because I want her to like see our place and spend time with us. But also, this was a really bad week for it. Like, Mal and I have been super, super busy, and I'm just imagining what it would have been like to have tried to also entertain a guest this week. And I'm like, another week will definitely be badder. So, maybe it's not the worst thing that it got rescheduled. So, and like, she didn't lose out on anything. So she just got like refunded for her ticket and like didn't even go to the airport or anything. So probably for the best, because I got to test consoles today, which that alone is a whole thing. I'm going to organize the PS2 spindle games. I need to... Part of checking the consoles is also like updating the firmware on some of them, because like the Analog 3D has new firmware that does useful things, so I need to do that. And there's some other stuff too. Oh god. I'll remember. I'll definitely remember.
I'm 16.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, oh, those are really bad today.
1600 best goal line. He says, oh yeah, there's a game that's coming out called Splash Divers. It's a diving game that has co-op. I have not heard of that at all.
No.
The only diving game I can think of is,
Subnautica?
no. Although I guess that does technically count as a diving game. There's a game that's like Diver Dave or something. Dave the Diver. Yeah. Because it has like dive in the name.
The poll has ended. The winner is I am.
All right, so let's read some alerts, and then
I'm cold.
the heat's been on.
I know.
The heat has gotta... We had to turn the heat back on because it suddenly was like, I'm 30 degrees, oh no! And I hate that. Because the minute we turned the heat on, this room was like, do you want static?
Yeah.
Is that what you want? You want some static? So now the room is staticky again. So tonight, in anticipation of the weekend where I gotta like touch so many ports, the AC, gotta turn on the cool. Yeah. Anyway, a weekend of touching ports. Your heat is British? All heat is British. It's actually is a thing that a lot of people don't know. The concept of heat is British. The more you know. Let's see, we got 29 months from Demigod Emery. Vagabond gifted a sub to Malier. 90 months from Chrissy G. 500 bits of Jet Jet, who says, I can't begin to explain how well I think my interview with Seattle went. If I get that far, I will need to jump one more interview hurdle with them before I land the job, so I still need to take everything one step at a time, but things are looking up on that front. While I was interviewing in Seattle, I got an email from HR at SPCA of Wake County in Raleigh for an interview. It's for the role I've done for 3 years prior, but I might try for another job with them that I might be a little less overqualified for that came in after I applied. It sounds like you've still got some pokers in the fire.
Yeah.
You've still got some cats rooting around the litter box. Is that phrase, not cats in the litter box, but rooting around, is that Southern?
I think so.
Like if someone's rooting around in there, that sounds Southern. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes, yeah, like you can be digging around, but you can also be rooting around. It's, yeah. I've never heard of it, so probably. Every once in a while I'll say something, and then my brain will be like, where is that from? Do people know what that means? Interest is pretty sure it refers to pigs. Yeah. Yeah. Because, like, the pigs be rooting around. You know how it is.
What about squirrels?
Anything can
They
be
root
rooting around.
for acorns?
Yeah. If you're, you know, if you're getting all up in the hustle and bustle, you're rooting around. You know how it is.
I don't.
You know exactly how it is. I'm sure this is delicious.
Having a strange brunch? You need Tiny Eddie's passion fruit wrapped broccoli sausages.
That's a bit of gold lining. Says Tiny Eddie want to apologize about the uranium he almost bought. What will he bring on birthday extravaganza? Passion fruit wrapped broccoli sausages.
It's really ironic. That's what I was gonna make you tomorrow.
You were gonna make me passion fruit wrapped broccoli sausages?
Yeah.
I just bought a wrapped sausage. I bought a morning corn dog. I put on the list, on the shopping list, morning corn dog. And me and Mal were in the grocery store yesterday, and we're just going through the grocery store. She's the one looking at the list and goes, what is a morning corn dog? And I forgot I put it on the list, and I got so excited. I was like, oh man, I forgot I put that on there. We're going to get some morning corn dogs. And Mal's like, what is that? I was like, oh, you know what a morning corn dog is. And she's like, I really don't. I was like, you will when you see it. And then we went over to where the morning corn dogs are, and she goes, oh, you mean a breakfast sausage wrapped in a pancake on a stick? And I was like, that's a morning corn dog. Aaron the Baron, does morning corn dog count towards the wiener score? I will not personally be counting it towards my wiener score, because I'm counting very explicitly hot dogs. But man, chill days. But there's no corn in that dog. Shh, it's the concept. Anyway, I wanted to buy a small package, but you could only buy 12. So now I have a dozen morning corn dogs.
What about a dog with corn on his head?
That doesn't improve my wiener score, no. Not at all. Anyway, I forgot I had those. I might have one of those. Actually, hold on. remind me in an hour to eat a morning corn dog.
You say it with more excitement, she knows.
Okay. I added eat the morning corn dog for this morning at 10:20.
Instead of eat a, it became eat the. Eat the morning corn dog. We had 39 months from Red Hero, 500 bits from Gamers 00700, 64 months from Adam Attack, and 300 bits from Aldo says, man, can you believe it's finally tomorrow? The day we've all waited for is finally here. That's right, Animal Crossing New Horizons is 6 years old. Oh, and I guess some guy's having a birthday too. It took me 1 year to get KK birthday or whatever it is, because on your birthday in the game, KK Slider gives you that song.
But cannot show up if you're starting your island that day.
So I had to wait 1 full year before I finally got that, and I was like, I did it. Probably around the time I was like, I'm done playing the game now.
Chaz says the morning corn dog can be your emo band name.
Ah, with a U. Morning. I think we would put a U in corn also. Morning corn dog. You can't put a U in dog because it becomes Doug. But if your name was Doug, morning corn dog would be a really good name. Also, corn morn. Pretty good. I think we lost the plot here. I mean, listen, the Europeans add U's, or maybe they always had the U's and we took them away. I don't know. I have 3 pictures in the queue of the alphabetization I've done.
Okay.
Do you want to see them?
Do I have a choice?
No.
Okay.
So those are the loose SNES carts alphabetized. That was fun. Except for the fact that it was, there's like 1,000 games that start with Super. And there's the NES carts, the loose carts alphabetized. I say loose cart, that's all the NES stuff we have. We don't have any other NES games than those. That's it. I'm like pretty sure. And then there is the Super Nintendo stuff that is boxed. That's over there. And the worst thing is, I don't know which section.
Which one is in which?
Yeah. So if someone's like, play the Super Nintendo game, I have to first go over there and see if it's over there. If it's not, I then have to go look through the loose carts. Oh god. I might be hiccuping again. Did you ever get your N64 box art figured out? Yeah, I ended up finding all of it because I knew someone somewhere had all of it just in one spot. I found it and I got it, and I've actually been printing them again. I don't know if I will. That's the other thing I was trying to hopefully work on today. I don't know if these will all be done by tomorrow.
No, we have plans.
Yeah, we do. Mm-hmm. You do realize that I still have so much other stuff to do, right?
I know.
Okay. Because I have to test all the consoles and stuff. We're still doing our plans.
Okay.
We have a fun thing that we're doing today. There will be video of it probably.
We also have to put the patio furniture back outside.
Yeah. Chill Day says there's no way those will be done by tomorrow. Yeah, probably not. But I have printed
7.
10. I don't know. There's a bunch printed upstairs that aren't trimmed, but I've been going in order, which means that the ones that are on camera will be last because this is the end. This is W. It's fine. It's fine. It's stuff's happening. That part's the good thing. We like when stuff happens.
Mm-hmm. We do like when stuff happens.
We do like that. We got 5 bits of aggregate the molecules. It says, last week we established stew is just unfinished soup. Chunks are stew, and stew is soup. A meatball sub is just soup in a bread bowl. I have independently confirmed this notion. Stew is unfinished soup. Chunks are stew. Stew is soup. A meatball sub is just soup in a bread bowl. No lies detected.
Haven't had meatballs in a while. Meatball subs. That sounds good.
It does sound good. Like, to get one at a place or to make them at home?
Make.
Make?
Because I like my meatball recipe.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, you get a lot of them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not making meatballs for, like, a sandwich. You make a bunch of meatballs, and it's like, well, now we have sandwiches for, like, 3 days. And that's nice.
I gotta make your cake today. Or start it.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And it's a cake you've never made before.
Correct.
When we went shopping yesterday, you had to buy maple extract.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I didn't know they made that.
Well, I was reading because there's maple syrup in the cake, but the frosting gets the extract because the amount of syrup you would need in the frosting to give it maple flavor would make the consistency really weird.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's gonna get spiced pecans too.
Yeah. Which is interesting.
You know the pecans that you have out right now?
Mm-hmm.
The cinnamon ones?
Yeah.
Think that.
Oh my god.
That'll be on the cake.
Diabetes overload. It's my birthday. Tomorrow. So I get to have diabetes, and it's okay. One day. It does sound good. Jagged cases never made before. After the drowning incident, I'm worried. But Mal's making it, so it's fine. It'll be totally fine.
I have to make a baked good for a friend who's doing me a favor because they won't let me pay him. And he's like, you can just bake me something. And I was like, okay, is there something you want that you can't get, like at a bakery or at a store? And he's like, zucchini bread. And I was like, can do that, that's easy enough. And then I was telling him about your birthday cake, and he's like, dang. I was like, you could have asked for anything.
And DL says, let's get into a fight over how to pronounce pecan. There's only, like, what, 4 ways to pronounce it? They're all correct. All of them. I think. There's one that's wrong. But, like, it's obvious which one's wrong,
Yeah,
so...
it's very clear.
And if you say it wrong, you should feel bad. This has been a good talk. 300 Bits of Maldo says, alternatively, you can just not test any consoles and make it a fun surprise for stream.
See, I'm in that camp.
Okay, so the problem with this is that what if tomorrow the PS3 crowd is out and they're like, play all these PS3 games. And all these PS3 games is like, okay, and then we turn on the PS3 and it's just done.
How do you pronounce P-E-C-A-N?
Pecan.
Pecan.
Pecan. Pecan. Pecan. No, pecan. No, pecan. I read that 100 times. Pecan. 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 Pecan.
How do I pronounce it? God.
That's the problem with things like this. If you start talking about it, you go, wait, what? Because it quickly starts to infiltrate your mind. I say it two different ways. Because it depends. It depends. If I'm talking about the nut, I would say pecan.
Can you smaller eyes that?
Yes. If I'm talking about the nut, it's pecan.
Yeah.
If I'm talking about pie, it's pecan.
Yeah, but that's because it's a southern pie, and pecan is how they say it down here.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're going to have pie, pecan pie. But if you're going to have nut, pecan. A common thing is to go into a restaurant and they say, well, what am I having for you, darling? And you say, I just want you to bring a big old bowl of pecans. And they go, that's not on the menu. And then you just
The poll has
slam your
ended.
fists until they
The
bring it.
winner is Pycon.
And I know that the text speech read that as Pycon, but what he meant to say is pecan. Because he don't know how to say pi. He only knows how to say pie. Pycon is incorrect. No one says Pycon on this earth.
What about pecans?
What if you gave the C an S sound? Like the C in a ceiling. So like Pasan.
Why?
I'm just saying that's wrong. I'm agreeing with you. Like, man, that's incorrect. Pisson.
Back to cooking.
Tell me more about cooking.
I made, I am making, redbud syrup.
Can you tell me what that is?
So the eastern redbud tree is edible, or at least the blossoms are.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked a bunch of them. And you have to take the tiny little stems off individually, because apparently they're bitter. And then you basically make a tea out of it,
Yeah.
strain out the flowers, and then put sugar in it and make it a syrup.
So it's flour drink.
Yeah.
Flour.
Yeah. I could boil it down and make it like a pancake syrup.
Would it be good?
Yeah, people do it. You can make it and like put it in Prosecco. Vagabond. Oh, so how you make any flour-based syrup?
You can just drink flowers.
Some of them, not all of them.
I mean, you could technically drink any of them. Some of them might be a terrible choice.
Someone else I know recently made magnolia syrup and magnolia jam.
It's just, I don't know. Flowers are for looking. You know? But it's like you just totally forget. You can just eat anything. And we, as humans, have done that for decades. We got 500 bits from Silverfist who says, video game question, which of these is not an Overwatch character? A monkey from the moon, a hamster in a wrecking ball, a kangaroo with a grenade launcher, or a cat with a jetpack?
Kangaroo.
My brain was thinking Fortnite, and then it switched over to Overwatch, and I'm like, that didn't change anything, because I don't know either of them. A hamster in a wrecking ball seems... I don't think that's real. Because how would that work? A cat with a jetpack is like... I get it. Like, you can control the cat. The correct answer is kangaroo with the grenade launcher. Man, they'll just do anything. Hamster in a wrecking ball is my main. Wild.
There's an art in the queue.
You know they just like make video games?
Yeah.
And like they just put anything they want into them?
Oh, these are the red buds.
Those are flowers.
Yeah. That's about 3/4 of a cup.
That's just wild. We just eat flowers.
Aren't they pretty? They're so pretty.
It's almost too pretty to eat.
There's still a ton on the tree.
Yeah. Well, neat. So when are you using that?
Don't know yet. It's not done.
Buds.
The Eastern Red Bud. Apparently there's a Western version, I guess. They're not common in Wisconsin. It's a tree that is new to me when I moved here.
Oh, to you. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying, like,
Yeah.
it's a new tree. I was like, man, we still out here making new trees.
Like, people don't grow magnolias in Wisconsin either. Or crepe myrtles.
Well, my assumption is that the climate is not hospitable to those plants.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
No one grows lilacs here. I think you can.
I mean, magnolias are very,
Southern.
very southern.
Yeah.
They're pretty. They're pretty flowers. My parents' den. Well, not anymore, but for the longest time, it was decorated with magnolias. Like, everything was, like, magnolia-esque.
The other flowers that I don't see down here are fuchsia and bleeding hearts.
I don't know what a bleeding heart is.
It looks like a heart. They're cute.
And they're red?
Yeah, or pink.
Okay, I was like, because I was trying to figure out where the bleeding stuff came in. Can't believe Wisconsin hasn't started growing palm trees yet. Oh, look at that! Those are just hearts.
They are just hearts.
Look at that!
Like, they
That's
are just
cute.
literally hearts. And
That's-
they grow in a big thing, and then you get a bunch of them.
Yeah. That's neat. I am always impressed at how many, like, flowers there are that I don't know about. Because every once in a while I'll learn about something, I'll be like, what is this? And half the time I was like, oh, that's just blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Chili's, look at that, he says, at a screen none of us can see. That's okay. This is the time where the mods...
Time for you to name the ones you do know.
The mods or Chaz will put... There it is. It's already there. It's already there. Boom. Look at this. There they are. Look at that. Some of the ones on Google Image Search don't have the little...
Wings.
Well, yeah. Well, they
The
got
wings are closed and then they open up.
Yeah, because the other ones, before the little dingle dangle comes down, it looks just straight up like a heart. So... Renee, were we supposed to do something again? Nah, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah, they look a little bit like Pikmin. Neat.
My snowdrops blossomed. I'm super excited. And, like, because we didn't live here last spring, I get to, like, go iOS photograph all the stuff that's coming up and ask iOS what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we might have some irises coming up, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
And some daylilies. I have some iris bulbs that I'm ready to plant, like, after it's cold this next week. And I can plant them finally, and some peonies.
This is like the...
And, I also have bluebells, Virginia bluebells coming in the mail that I get to plant.
This is the most plants I think we've had inside, outside, like, combined ever. Is that true?
Yeah.
I mean, even when you were doing gardening, I think that this is more than we've ever had. There are so many plants in the house now.
I'm thinking of planting a cherry blossom.
I wonder if that has anything to do with your home ownership. I prefer the plants to be outside. And it's not that I mind them inside. I'm very worried about kitties. And I know that you have a plan.
I do have a plan.
You have a plan. You're going to put them up on a shelf that is beyond kitty jump height.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a plan. But currently, they're just everywhere. So I'm seeing them and I'm just like, Okay, you gonna eat that? Okay, you gonna eat that?
I read today that spider plants are hallucinogenic to cats. But, like, safe. It just... It's not going to give them, like, a tummy problem, is what I was reading.
Well, I think, yeah, safe is a bit of a misnomer, right? Because, like, yeah, it's safe, but you can't explain to the cat what's happening, which means that it's still a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because, yeah,
Spider plants do better hanging up anyway, because when they put off the little baby spiders, it looks cooler.
Yeah. Yeah, Vagabond, you would not believe what nutmeg does to a person in... Yeah, I've read about that. It's, I've read about that, and as a little aside for anyone who thinks they're going to go buy a lot of nutmeg today, it's apparently very bad. Like, it's not a good experience. Just so you know. Even if you could explain it to them, cats won't listen.
Listen, my Monstera gave a new leaf the other day, and it finally opened up, and I was so excited.
I mean, it was cool. Because they start, like...
Yeah.
And then they open up. They unfurl.
Yeah.
Just neat.
And I did a cutting off my Maranta plant. That's the one that stands up and down all day.
Yeah.
And so I have like a single leaf in a little vial. And I noticed last night when I walk into my office, like the single leaf does that too. I was like, oh, look at that.
Armor Frog says, but humans give cats catnip voluntarily. Well, catnip is like it'd be like a stress relief type thing. It's different than hallucinogen. Because if a cat hallucinated, I mean, I'll go ahead and say I think it would be funny, but it would not probably be very funny for the cat. So, yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it to the cat. Did you ever see the video from like a million years ago when the government is always just like, what if we did this to this forever? And they gave a cat LSD. It's from like the 50s or whatever. Anyway, it's like the saddest video because the cat is freaked out.
I don't need to see it.
The cat is like, what is going on? So anyway, keep your spider plants high. Up on the off the floor. Yeah. The 50s were full of violations. I suspect heavily this so is now. But especially then, yes. They were like, we'll just do whatever to anything at all times, and then we'll just be like, science. Science. Drink my coffee.
Good job.
The Cave Johnson era of experimentations.
What's in the queue now?
Stuff just keeps showing up.
I know. Oh, my snowdrops.
That's a snowdrop. They're drops because they're That's the look. This is fun. Stuff just keeps appearing in the queue. What will happen next? I don't know.
Oh, I was gonna go grab the Maranta.
Oh, physically.
Yeah.
You can grab whatever you want.
You want me to?
Do whatever you want. We're already talking about plants. You know that left to my own devices, we'll talk about nonsense stuff, so you can keep...
We do talk about nonsense stuff.
Yeah, you can keep me on the straight and narrow. Lerner, do you want us to add fun things to the queue? It's my birthday tomorrow, so, have fun. We're celebrating. What do the mods want us to learn about today?
Yeah, let the mods pick. This is a Maranta leaf.
And it's
Isn't it pretty?
It's in
so
like
I'm trying to root it because it has a note on it.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to node from right about where my pinky finger is, but it hasn't yet. But these plants are dramatic, so at nighttime they all kind of stand up, and then in the daytime they come down. So last night, like, just the single leaf itself was like up. And then, like, as the day goes on, like, it'll be kind of U-shaped, like the stem will curve back towards the leaf.
Yeah. I like how it's one leaf and it's...
I have the whole plant in our bedroom.
I know, but it's just so funny because the plant is bigger than the little...
The little jar.
The little jar. Tiny little jar.
It's so cute, though. Anyway.
I work opposite of that leaf because in the morning I get up. And then at bedtime, I am down. I go to sleep. So I'm basically the opposite of that leaf. When I was a younger man, I was up at night, which was bad. Don't do chill days. I'm the same as that leaf. I've been there. I've been there. I'm thankful that I'm, for the most part, doing way better on getting to bed at the times that I set out to do so. I'm happy about that. Oh, here comes another plant.
It's the same plant.
It's the same plant, but more of them.
This
Look
is
at
the
this.
full plant. See, it's still standing up a little bit, so as it gets more daylight today, it'll just all kind of droop down. They're fun. See the new leaf right here?
I do. It's all furled.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, these are very fun.
Technically, it's the whole plant minus one leaf.
Probably minus like 4 leaves, because I did a second cutting.
Yeah.
But that one was doing much better than the one I have still. And I gave that to someone for a birthday gift. Anyway. Should I grab the Monstera?
Mal, we're in show and tell. So you do it. You do that. Mods can pick out something that they want to talk about at show, that they want us to learn about, and put it in the queue. It's show and tell now. I've decided it's show and tell. I love this. Tokenrit says, when can Steven do show and tell? I'm kind of always doing that. So, like, it's fine. Actually, yesterday, when the Celeste VOD comes out, the Celeste 3, which is the end of the game, we looked through old discs for like 20 minutes. And that was fun. Look at this thing. It has stick.
It has stick. This brown spot is new. I'm gonna have to check on that.
Just cut it out.
No.
Oh, no? Okay.
This is the new one right here. This light green one. It'll get bigger than this leaf once it like finishes being a new one.
People get real excited about stick. You like blue?
Yes.
You like yellow?
Yes.
I know you like sticks. These are neat plants.
Mm-hmm.
Holes in the middle of the leaves.
It'll get even more holes.
We are so pro hole.
Like
here.
every new leaf will have even more holes. Like this one has 6.
Well, like
and this one
eventually
has
it can't
8.
do that. Eventually it would be more holes than leaf.
Yeah.
What happens then? The plant just falls apart? Because, like, this seems like this is, like, the most amount of holes I think you can have.
See, when they get even more holes, there'll be, like, holes that form, like, right here. So it'll be, like, a circle right here, and then the oval one.
It feels like at some point it becomes dangerous for the plant.
I mean...
Like, could I operate with some holes? I mean, yeah, but at a certain point, something's going... It's bad, you know? How many times can I get shot? A few. You can't keep getting shot. Anyway, you got more plants you want to show?
No, this is the last one I wanted to bother bringing in.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing us. I appreciate seeing that stick.
I almost tripped on the Ethernet.
I watched that. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw the Ethernet cable that's running along the floor go. Huh? We really need to get that off of the floor. It's really something that should... I'm thinking about just adhering it to the ceiling. Renee says, I thought you were working in cord management. I did for my office. I did for that. I hid the cable in my office, but it's not hid in the loft, so there is just one cable that just runs down the entire thing. We gotta come up with like a solution for that. Let's look at the art. Oh, that's my morning corn dog. Look at that. That's exactly what I didn't get blueberry. They didn't have blueberry. But that's essentially what I got. Oh, great. Yeah. Okay.
Which mod?
Why did we... What's this guy's name? We learned all about him. He has a name. He's a British... Honey Monster. Yeah. He's a British cereal mascot. No one will take credit. But I feel like it was Chaz, because Chaz likes Honey Monster. Pretty sure. Leonard, listen, I added the corn dog. Honey Monster's great. The ads with Honey Monster are worth watching. Like, at some point, look up Honey Monster commercials on YouTube. He's a wonderful individual. He's not that scary, but more so creepy. Yeah. Kind of like Gritty. I think Gritty's in the same camp. I think they're related, actually. I think canonically.
I want to go to a Flyers game and see Gritty.
Is that the appeal?
To going to a hockey game? Yeah.
Is just yeah. So you're not really interested in the Flyers playing so much as Gritty being there?
Noah says we could make that happen, Mal. Yeah? What if we go to an Eagles game?
Is Gritty at the Eagles game?
No.
Don't go. Besides, if you go to an Eagles game, you're probably going to be caught up in some sort of like riot. It doesn't matter if they win or lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go to Philly one time just to like see an Eagles game, and then the next thing you know, you're stomping on like a burning car. That's how it happens.
I mean, I've been to Philly twice.
Thankfully, you haven't been to an Eagles game.
I know.
That's how you go to jail. Yeah. That's Philly. Goldline gifted the sub to Pro Hole.
The Packers and the Eagles played this past year in Green Bay.
Yeah.
And I was 2 seconds away from asking my family who has season tickets if I could take those tickets. And then I was going to get Noah to come to Green Bay. But that's when I was in Japan.
Missing No Leader says, riot is the language of the unheard, and Philly fans are mute. Noah says, if you go to jail, you're doing it wrong. Real fans know how to have fun without getting arrested. Hey, look at this! That's cute.
Thank you.
Man, you love bike.
I'm learning how to build a bike this weekend.
Incredible. Soon you're gonna be coming home with parts.
I know. I don't have extra parts. The only extra parts I have right now are a pair of pedals.
Yeah.
Like from scratch? Yes, from scratch. It's just like building a computer. The frame is like the case.
is the increased acclamation of AI affecting the price of the parts for your bike, because that's a problem. Man, I have something I gotta say. I got something I gotta get off my chest because I've been screaming about it for like several weeks, and finally did my last scream yesterday. So AI, which companies are like, we need RAM. Give it here. You got a chip? Give me them chips, baby. They've been doing that, that's wonderful for them. It does mean that there's less stuff available for everyone else. So one of the things that I've needed to do is every year I buy hard drives to back up everything on. And 2025 I already had bought, and I've put stuff on it. But I can't get too far into the year before I need to buy hard drives for this year. And in December, the hard drives I typically buy were $250, and I buy 2 of them. So, $500. That's like a normal amount that I would spend annually on these drives to make sure that I have them. In February, because I hadn't thought about it, in February I was like, it's getting time. I'm gonna need these hard drives. $400. And I said, what? And at the time that I looked at them, Jeff was around physically, and he was like, it's probably not gonna get better. And I was like, what if I wait until they come down? And he's like,
they're not.
He's like, that's a dangerous game you're playing. I was like, yeah, but instead of spending $500, I now have to spend $800. And JC says, and this is HDD? Yes. This is a spinning hard drive. He's like, you can wait. He's like, but if I were you, I would not. And I was like, I'm me, so I was like, well, I'm just going to give it like a little bit of time.
And turn into Beetlejuice.
Hey, toots. So I waited. Because like you can, even on Amazon, they have like the price tracker. It shows you what it's doing, right? And I was like, okay, all right, just calm down, Stephen. It could go down a little bit more. So I waited 2 weeks. And they went to $440. And I was like, oh God. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe I have a different solution here. Like maybe I've got some other drives in the house that I could utilize. And I told myself that I would look at that the next day, which was yesterday. So yesterday, I looked at what I had here, because I have like some raids that I could use, but it is only like a temporary solution. And I pulled up the hard drives, and one of them, because there's a few different brands, right? And the Seagate one dipped to $390, and I bought them. And I was like, all right. So I spent $800 yesterday on 2 hard drives, because like I don't have a choice. The data has to go somewhere. It's like one of those things that like there's certain things that there's cycles of stuff that goes up and down, whatever. And for some things you can wait. You can be like, oh, I don't need this. But like with data, it has to go somewhere.
Because it's accumulating?
Yeah, like if you don't have a place to put it, it can't go anywhere, and then you have to like get rid of it, which is, you know, my personal worst nightmare. So I ordered the drives, and the part that I hated, this is the part that I hated. The part that I hated was that I got excited for spending $390. 3 months ago, it was $250. But because I had watched them go to $440, I was like, $390? That's $100 cheaper for two. Oh my god. Anyway, just as a reminder, we live in hell. We probably won't live there forever. But we do live there now. My heart goes out to anyone who needs to get a computer. That's the part that's bad.
The new Donk City Farfetcheds win the Obsidian Hairnet by accident. They just wanted it more.
They wanted it more, but they got it by accident.
Don't you love it when you do something by accident?
Yeah.
Because you wanted it more. That's Bits of Jet Chat says, oh, we've reached Sports Talk. The new Donk City Farfetched. Also, shout out to Texas Beach, because it hit Farfetched correctly. I was impressed.
How many times do you want to have to say that?
Farfetched. The Obsidian Hairnet. That's a heavy hairnet. It's a heavy hairnet. They just wanted it more. What's something great that you've done recently by accident?
I feel that way painting a lot, to be honest.
That's good. I mean,
like when I paint, I'm like,
do you know?
this felt like an accident, but I like it.
Do you know that that's not an accident though? Do you realize that? Do you know that that's actually like subconscious skill?
No, because when I am struggling with something painting, I'm like, this is where my skill actually is.
Oh, honey, that's not. I did something by accident yesterday when I was playing Celeste. Mm-hmm. There was like I did pretty good through the game. Like there was rooms that I struggled with a little bit and rooms that I kind of went through easily, but there was one particularly hard room yesterday, and I did it on the first try, and everyone went, "What?" But no one more than me. It was like, it looked like the character Madeline just kind of like stumbled through the room, but in all the right ways, and then just got to the end, and I was like, huh. All right. Excellent. It looked like an accident. Like sometimes you can make it look like you know what you're doing. I did not. Miss Magoo, I fell through that room, and it worked. It was great. Yeah. I'm gonna play. I for those that didn't see yesterday, I did finish the main game of Celeste, which was Chapter 7, and then I was promptly told that there's like 4 or 5 post games. I was like, a normal amount of post games. So next week I'm gonna do like one stream of just showing off some of the much harder stuff, and then I think I'll be done with the game because I'm happy where I'm at now. I beat the main thing. It was enjoyable. I had fun playing it. I'll play some harder stuff next week, and then I'll move on to the next thing. And I did announce what I was going to play after that, which is Outer Wilds. I don't know anything about it, and I'm told that that's the best thing to do, is to know nothing. And I don't know anything. So I'm going to play that. And as you may have suspected, no one can tell me anything. Don't tell me any. I don't want to know anything about it.
Chaz has it covered.
Chaz has played it. Yeah. Yeah, initially it was a game that I hoped me and Mal were going to be able to play together, but with how commonly the motion sickness stuff is talked about, I know that you don't have a chance.
Yeah.
So it's something I'll just have to play on my own. Yeah, Childe says, all I know is that it always gets confused with Outer Worlds. I have made that mistake just talking to Chaz 10 times. I'm like, I'm going to be playing Outer Worlds. And he's like, no, you won't. He's like, you're going to be playing Outer Wilds. I was like, oh, yeah. It's fine. Oh, there's another art in the queue. I just keep getting excited.
Ah, look at her.
Oh my goodness. Since it's show and tell time, this little one is 3 months old tomorrow.
I can't believe it's already been 3 months.
This has been a fast 3 months, man. So cute.
Baby moose.
Baby moose. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, kids grow, man. It's that, and it's also, like, irrespective of children, just the passage of time is so fast. It's just children make it feel worse because they grow so quickly. And you're like, what is it? What? It was like
I saw a recent picture of Ariel.
Oh yeah?
Uh-huh. And I was like, oh my gosh.
How old is she now?
Like 17, 18?
Yeah, she's gotta be
Yeah.
like almost 18.
And then hearing Carly talk about Jordan, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Jordan, is Jordan walking?
She can.
She's in like short distances.
She's a very
doing it.
cautious baby, is what Carly says. So
Yeah,
she's like
doing the little.
nervous to walk. So she cruises around and like holds things.
Yeah. Yeah, and she also is saying some words, some sounds
Yeah,
that.
and she knows that what they are.
yeah.
Yeah. Like she can say Sadie.
Yeah.
It's not as clear as that, but
Yeah.
are you gonna do it?
Sadie.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do her version of Sadie.
Oh, I'm not familiar enough.
Sadie. Sadie.
Yeah. I mean, the.
Renee says 1 minute you're fighting with them about getting their shoes on, the next minute they're wanting to go get burgundy mascara and talking about college applications.
I mean, it. I know it happens fast because I'd say my parents, but mostly my mom. My mom talked so much about that my entire life. So it's like, I remember when you were starting to walk.
She sent like 3 photos this morning of you when you were young, because your birthday's tomorrow.
I only saw the one.
There's one of you with a violin.
Yeah, there's a photo of me at my 12th birthday, and then a photo definitely younger. I don't know how old I am here. I can show these. Stephen played violin. I did not. I know that that's deceiving because in this photo
You have a violin.
I'm playing violin. But it's a photo. So my grandfather had many, many instruments, and he had, let's be clear, a fiddle. Let's call it what it is, for how he played it. And there was one point that he got the fiddle out and like had me hold it and try playing it.
Was he as fit as it?
All right, hold on, I gotta go. Hold on. Oh. I was like, what is this? Here we go.
What's the difference between a fiddle and a violin? As far as I'm aware, how it's played.
How it's played.
There might be another difference.
There is no other difference.
Okay.
They're the same instrument. But if you're going to play in Texas...
You have to have a fiddle in a band.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
That's right. That lead guitar is hot, but not for a Louisiana man. Okay. We're almost there. I need to expose you to even more things, I think.
No.
So here's the photo of me. That's at my grandfather's house with his fiddle. Also, notice the Michelangelo slippers. Man, those go hard. I was blonde. And there's me. My mom made me a Pikachu cake for my 12th birthday. You can also this is a good like transition photo. You can
With
see
your hair.
You can see my hair like starting to turn dark in the middle there. So anyway, that's the photos that my mom sent this morning. I have it set up. Attack she made? Yeah. Which shouldn't be like all that surprising because like my mom makes all sorts of stuff, and she had never tried like a shape cake like that. That was her first attempt at one ever, and she had a lot of fun with it. She was like, "Oh, this was really fun to do." And then we, cut Pikachu up and ate him, like I had always wanted to do. I got to live out my childhood dream. Yeah, hair genetics are bizarre. Because I was very blonde.
Very blonde.
And then that went away.
Me too. I just didn't get as dark as you.
Is it? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, your hair is darker than mine.
Sorry, there's a comparison.
Is that better?
Yeah. Yours still has elements of blonde.
Yeah.
It's
It does.
definitely still there. But yeah, my hair got pretty dark. It was a pretty bizarre thing to have that happen relatively quickly. Because yeah, I have gray now. I've had multiple colors in my life. It's great.
Mentor Marie says, I definitely always think of Mal as blonde. And in my head, I am, because that's, like, what I was growing up.
Yeah.
So, like, when I make a me or a character in a game, I tend to default closer to a blonde color.
Yeah.
And Steven will be like, your hair isn't blonde. And I'm like,
Well, so
yeah, I suppose.
so the thing about that is that I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, the Tony Hawk games are coming out, and they have, like, make a character mode or whatever. And, like, I'm making my character, and I have blonde hair. And the first time it ever occurred to me was I had made a character, I don't know if it was Tony Hawk 3 or what. I'd made a character, they had blonde hair, and someone was over at the house. It might have been Will. And he was like, why'd you give him blonde hair? And then that was like the first moment that my brain was like, I don't have blonde hair anymore. Like, in my brain I do, but like I don't anymore. And then I started making my characters have brown hair. So. Moose says, do you have the photo bleaching gene?
I do.
What is that?
Where the sun will bleach your hair.
Oh, yes. Yes. And my hair was probably much more blonde when I was younger because, we lived at the beach and we went to the beach quite a bit. So my hair was always very light. In some ways, it makes me wonder if my hair would lighten up if I was like...
Mine probably would, but when
Yeah.
I'm outside now, I always have a helmet on, so...
that's the is now as an adult, I'm like, I don't want to be in the sun.
Yeah.
The sun is a deadly laser. But,
I
yeah.
also spray my head with sunscreen.
Really?
Because I'm almost always in a center part, so I will spray the top of my hair with sunscreen.
That makes sense, yeah. I just wear a hat. Anyway, we had 54 months from Harm and TG. Thank you, Harm. Also, I don't know if this is, like, appropriate to, like, call out here, but I'm doing it now. So, I haven't had a chance to, like, respond to all of the Patreon comments yet, but I've read most of them that have come in for March. And Harm had talked a little bit about in their Patreon post how they had become interested in like videography and things through watching the vlog and that sort of thing, and then went on to pursue that and ended up, like, long story short, getting the opportunity to shoot the Winter Olympics speed skating events with the rest of the, like, Dutch team. I don't know. I'm shortening that a lot, but it was when I read it, it was such a cool story, and I was like, man, this is great. This is great. So, anyway, shout out to them. Spitz says he was the cameraman on the ice. I don't think they were on the ice specifically. There was someone like that was on the ice, but just part of the team that shot the speed skating. Arm says, yeah, it was fun. It was cool. I read your Patreon comment the other day, and I stopped.
You had to tell me.
I stopped what I was doing and told Mal. I was like, Mal, come here. It was a very cool. It was a very cool thing. I like to hear about, like, what folks are doing, and it always means the world whenever someone gained some sort of interest, even if it's a passing interest in something because of, like, they saw us talk about it or do it or whatever. I get that a lot whenever people are like, hey, you know, have always talked about Earthbound, so I played it and it was great. Even if it doesn't become their favorite game, just the fact that they played it, I'm like, oh, cool, yeah. But I don't know, it's really, really cool to hear about all of that, so thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. That's just really neat. That's just really cool. Almost as cool as this.
Their mascot is an abominable agent, Tiny Eddie's immortal cheesy slices.
Don't like that. Sorry. Cheese is not immortal. Arms says, no, thank you. 1,000 Bits from Aggregated Molecules says, I have to get Streamaganza snacks at Costco today. Eddie, what do you recommend? Forever cheese. There is forever cheese. We do have that. That's like mold cheese. There's probably cheese. Well, is there a limit? Sorry, I'm just realizing, like, we have aged cheese, right? We have cheese that, like, we have mold and we're like, that's fine, we like it. Is there a limit that where it's like, whoa, this got too old? Certainly there's got to be the dichotomy of man. Yes, there's a limit. The limit does not exist. I'm realizing, like, I don't know.
At what point does cheese become mold and there is no cheese anymore?
Yeah. And even, like, when people are like, this is aged cheddar, it's aged 7 years. I'm like, okay, well, what if you age it for 14? And people are like, well, that doesn't happen. We can't do that. That's too much. Yeah, cheese, that's true. Like, cheese would get hard to the point where it's just not cheese. If it starts moving on its own, it's too old. Well, that one cheese would like to have a word with you. We are not going to talk about it. But you know the cheese. Is it Italian? It's French, I bet. It's French. French are always eating tiny things. It's probably French. Do I know? No. The maggot cheese, yeah.
Head cheese.
Is that what it's called? Head cheese?
I think so.
It has like an actual name. It might be Italian. Spez would know. The maggot cheese is from an island in Italy. Okay. So, even Italians are like, hey, that's an island. They're over there doing their own thing. We don't know what's going on over there.
Kasu Martsu?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's the name. Kasumartsu. And, like, in fairness, people eat stuff and, like, it's...
The worm in the tequila?
Yeah, like, if people are eating stuff, they did it for a reason. Like, there's something that they like about it, but there's also things that, you know, to me, I'm too far removed from that, and I can't. So, I will not be partaking in Kasumartsu. I'm gonna pass on that. All right, we started a little late. and as a result, we went a little late, but that's fine. Coward. Thanks, everybody, for being here this morning. I want to take this opportunity to remind you one last time that tomorrow at 11 a.m., Mal is painting.
I am painting at 11.
On her channel.
Yep.
And then after that, at 1 p.m. tomorrow, and 1 p.m. Saturday, and 1 p.m. Sunday, 3-day long event. Eat the morning corn dog. Gotta eat the morning corn dog. Yeah. Gonna play video games. I've talked a little bit about how it works, but not fully. The quick version is you will be able to put games from the library onto the list with bits, and then it's the way that the list will work is things are weighted in sections. So the higher it gets in the list, the more it has a possibility of appearing in the poll, but it doesn't necessitate it. So then 5 games will be pulled from the list, and then they're voted on. So you get to choose which games are going to be played. So even though something is in the top spot, it has no guarantee that it's getting played. Yeah, Slick Duke says, it's a mashup of Extra Life and the Subathon. Basically that.
Yeah.
It's democracy, but you have the ability to get games onto the list to begin with. Democratic capitalism. He just says, can we see the list somewhere? Yeah, whenever we go live with the event, you will be able to... We're not going to have it like on screen, because that takes up like screen real estate, but there will be a link that you can go to like look at it.
Coffee.
So yeah, it'll be exciting. Curated democracy. Pay to win
Someone
democracy.
asked if there would be friends. I will be there for some of it.
You'll be there for some of it. Chaz will be there for some of it. I heard yesterday that Dan is going to be here, which I'm very excited about. Looking forward to it. And the cool thing is, bits are what get the things onto the list, but people are going to be voting and having control over what actually gets played. And for some of the polls, not all of the polls, but for some of the polls, we're definitely going to allow channel points. So if you've been holding on to channel points, good. Because you may be able to...
I lost all my channel points.
You may be able to, in one fell swoop, just decide what gets played. So we're trying to come up with like this interesting balance of like being able to put games on the list, but also letting people vote. And for folks that have accumulated a lot of channel points, being able to utilize those in interesting ways. So, yeah. I'm so glad you bought Kara on Sunday. Yeah.
You told me about that fight.
I was like, I think I can take him. And he was like, I'll kill you. I remember during the subathon, there was some of the polls, we also let channel points be used. And it was very fun to see that, because there's a few times where like one person would be like, a game would come up and they'd be like, I want to see this game. And they would dump all of their like hundreds of thousands of points. And then everyone was like, oh, we're playing that, I see. So, yeah, Kyle says, I'm a channel point millionaire. Time to influence an election. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. It's going to be very fun and wacky, and I need to make sure that I get all the systems tested today. Yeah. Also, let's scroll up because I think yeah, Vagabond says, I can't wait to not spend my millions of points. You never know. What if one game is on the poll and you're like, oh man.
Vagabond's like, no, we need to play that.
So it should be fun. And because how the thing is pulling from the list, people can cheer and get a game on the list.
Oh, busy scissors. Yeah.
And it doesn't have to like be at the top to be chosen. The way that it works is anything from the top 40 is eligible. So that's like a lot. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah. Anyway, well, it'll make even more sense whenever we start doing it tomorrow. 300 Bits of Jet says, update, SPCA of Wake County HR interview scheduled for later today.
Awesome.
Nice. Very, very cool. All right.
Time for a morning corn dog.
It's time for a morning corn dog. Do you want to have a morning corn dog with me?
No. I'm going to have a chicken pita pocket.
I mean, you know, that's fine. It's fine. If you change your mind, you can let me know. You're not going to change your mind.